Hey there, and welcome to Main Street Living. I am Cheryl Nelson.
Hey guys, I'm Quincy Carr.
And I'm Danielle Alvari.
Good to see you guys. What is new?
I'll tell you what's new. Off the top, I'm so excited, ladies. I know I've been building this up, but I got my new comedy series that we're going to start traveling nationally because we want to get everybody back to laugh. So that's the name of the comedy series. So don't worry, people. Comedy to the rescue.
Congratulations, Q. That's so exciting. And speaking of rescues, you guys know how much I love animals, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I've talked about this before on the show, how I rescued turtles from the road. And this is turtle season in Virginia. They usually start coming out May or June. And whenever I see one, I'm near all these country roads. And if I see one trying to cross the road, of course, they're super slow. And I've come across some smashed ones and injured ones, and it just breaks my heart. So when I saw him crawling, and he's pretty small too. Yeah. I mean, the picture there shows how tiny he is. And I stopped my car right in the middle of the road, put my flashers on. There was nobody coming. So I'm like, okay, we're safe. Normally I would just pull over. And then I ran out and I got the turtle and he was a little looking at me. And I was like, and I run halfway into somebody's yard and then like put him in the grass and put him in the direction he was moving. Always important to put them in the direction that they're going because they have the magnetic and it tells them where to go. They will turn around if you turn them around. So it's really interesting to see there. But I posted it on my Instagram, Cheryl Nelson TV, and a wildlife refuge told me, I thought it was a box turtle, but it was something called a mud turtle. I didn't even know mud turtles were a thing. So then I looked up mud turtle and I'm going, oh, wow. And the shell is just a little bit more flat than the box turtle, kind of the hump shell there. But this turtle was very sweet. I think some people have mud turtles as pets. And, of course.
So how many have you rescued now?
Over the years, I'd probably say close to 25. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed because we finally got down to the bottom of the traffic situation that we've had here in the Hampton Roads area. Thank you, Cheryl. It was you.
I know, right? I know. I will always stop for animals, but that's my rescue story, guys. And we've got a full show today in case you are in need of a rescue. Maybe you've been bored. We're going to try to liven things up a little bit. It is the season for peaches. We'll tell you about the surprising way to spot a ripe peach and discuss all the fun you could have at an exciting Harrah's location.
Oh, and also we'll be getting familiar with one of the longest running Black-owned radio stations right here in the country.
And we'll check in on our elderly. But first, we'll hear from the Sharing the Love musical. We have the director here. You don't want to miss it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Main Street Living. Cheryl, Danielle, this past year has shown many of us how pretty incredible humans are at being creative when our normal artistic channels are not even available,
Yeah, and we have a great example on today's show. A Subaru dealership in El Cajon, California decided to help support furloughed theater workers by putting them to work creating a short musical film called Sharing the Love, which is going to have its world premiere right here on YurView on July 10th. So here to talk to us about it today, we have director and choreographer Stephen Brotebeck. Welcome to the show, Stephen. Thanks so much for joining us on Main Street Living.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here to talk about this project.
Mm-hmm.
So Stephen, tell us all about it. What is the Sharing the Love project?
So Sharing the Love is a 14-minute musical that is sponsored and being produced by Subaru of El Cajon. Really is the brainchild of producer Randall Blom, who brought me onto this project. And it was just a chance to bring together San Diego theater artists to create this original musical film that really takes place just outside of the pandemic as we are trying to get back to normal. And three friends who are trying to shake away the pandemic blues, go on a road trip to San Diego, and then they find out that their car breaks down, and then the action continues from there.
I love that. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen when the car breaks down. All kinds
and
of things.
Cheryl's car has like 200,000 miles on it, so she would know.
No, 345,000 now. 345. So I've got a lot of miles on the car there. Now, I know originally you were brought in to direct and choreograph this short musical film, but is it true that you normally work with stage productions? And if so, how is all this different?
Yeah, so my work primarily has been as a stage director. I've worked as an associate director on Broadway. I've worked as a director all around the country. I'm currently an artistic director out here in Iowa for the Okoboji Summer Theater. But getting into film and TV, directing film and TV was something new to me. So Randall brought me onto this project and saw my talents as a stage director and said, yeah, I think this guy can do it. And it was a great learning experience for me because Randall helped guide me along in terms of setting up shots and figuring out what we needed to do in what order. And one of the big differences is, as a theater person, I always think chronologically, right? We start at the top of the show and we keep going. That's not how we do it in film and TV. We set up the shots in terms of ease of shooting. If we're in a location, we shoot the things that we need to shoot, even though if they happen at the beginning of the story or at the end of the story. So that was a big lesson for me on the first day, definitely.
So tell us, where did all the talent and the crew for the film come from? Are they all from the San Diego area?
So all of the actors in the production are all from the San Diego area. Many of them are students of mine at San Diego State. I'm a professor of musical theater in the graduate musical theater program at SDSU. And so I was able to engage their talents. Our three main leads are my current students. They're all professional actors who have worked all over and then have come back to get their graduate degree at SDSU. And then the rest of the company comes from various students in the undergraduate program at SDSU, professional actors in the San Diego area, really trying to showcase the amazing talent we have in San Diego. I mean, I think if you think about theater in New York City, right, Broadway is sort of the pinnacle for everything, but really there's so much talent in San Diego, and so many of the shows that end up on Broadway start in San Diego. And so these talented individuals who have been out of work for so long finally had the venue to show their talents, and we can't wait to share it with everybody.
Oh, I bet they were jumping at the opportunity to perform again, because I know you were rehearsing during all of the COVID-19 restrictions. So how were you able to actually rehearse?
Very difficultly, I will tell you. I mean, we had to do most of our rehearsals via Zoom. The composer and our musical director was in New York City. And so, that already created a challenge in that way. But with the pandemic, because we were waiting for people to get vaccinated, we were still rehearsing everything virtually via Zoom. So we did that. Music is so hard because there's a latency issue with any sort of virtual platform. But we got through it. And in terms of the choreography, I created a probably 45-minute tutorial so that all of our dancers could learn the choreography step by step. And then we had one day really to put it all together based on what they learned on the video, and then the day that we were on set. So it was definitely a challenge, but I feel like we've gotten really good at this point.
And that is why I'm not a dancer, because there's no way I could learn something over a video and then just do it once and be good to go. So you must have some amazing talent.
They are. I mean, it's pretty awesome that they were able to learn that in such a short amount of time, and then just one day on set to do all the formations and dance around cars and people.
I think we should send the link to Cheryl and test her out next week. I think she totally could do it. Definitely. A little DIY project.
And give you some pointers and see how you did.
I was like a thespian
high school musical where you could dance along with them.
Absolutely.
No, I could act, but I cannot sing or dance. Didn't get that, unfortunately.
So definitely a unique situation, obviously, having a car dealership produce a musical. What did that mean to you and the other artists, knowing that Subaru of El Cajon was doing this with the goal of supporting artists during the pandemic?
It's quite amazing, because as artists, especially in this country, we really rely on the support of donors, of philanthropists, and to have a major car company really support the arts and give us a venue and an opportunity to do what we love when we haven't been able to do it for so long really meant the world. And it shows how special the Sharing the Love program is, the Share the Love program in Subaru. And we just felt so welcomed, and everything that we asked for the most part, we were able to do and get. And so I just think it's a testament to the company for their support of the arts here in San Diego, but also across the country.
Absolutely. And how are you feeling about the final product? Is it everything you had hoped?
I mean, it is. It is. I'm a perfectionist, so of course
Same.
I would love to go back and reshoot a few things, and a couple things here and there that we didn't get. But if you think about the limited amount of time that we had to put this together, all of the obstacles that we had to overcome, all of the variables involved, it's pretty amazing that we came up with the product that we did come up with. And the film has been entered in a few film festivals, actually quite a few, and we've already won a couple of awards, which is really outstanding before the show has even premiered on YurView.
Wow.
So where can viewers see the show?
It's going to be premiering on July 10th on YurView, California.
All right.
So exciting.
Good stuff. Congratulations to you. And I think anything that was pulled off and accomplished during the pandemic is definitely an accomplishment right there. I mean, I don't even know how you did this over Zoom rehearsals. No, it boggles my mind.
I agree. And it's just a testament to all of the actors and all the performers for all their dedication and what they put into this.
Oh, definitely. Well, thank you again for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's so happy to be here.
Yes. And once again, Sharing the Love debuts on YurView, California, Saturday, July 10th at 11:30 a.m. and again on Sunday, July 11th at 7:30 p.m. The show will continue to air throughout the month of July on YurView, California. So check your contour program guide for additional air times. And if you're not in California, you can find it on YouTube or YurView.com. Well, we've got much more coming up on Main Street Living. If you are looking for a fun vacation destination, look no further. We will tell you where it is next.
Hey guys, welcome back to Main Street Living. Now, Danielle, Cheryl, if you're looking for the funnest summer getaway, you need to book yourself a trip to a place called Funner, California, and Harrah's Resort, SoCal.
This place has it all, you guys. It has the best games, incredible restaurants, super cool bars, and a pool you just have to see. It's absolutely epic. So check this out, and don't mind me. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go book my trip.
Sign me up.
We have a really laid-back culture, and it's been that way since we opened back in 2004. And we even created a place, Funner, California, which is right where the casino sits. We have a ton of things to do here at Harrah's Resort Southern California. We offer all the table games you could ever imagine to play, from baccarat to roulette to craps to blackjack. So we have a little over 1,500 slot machines right now on the floor and a little over 60 table games. We're part of a network of casinos with Caesars Entertainment that make us kind of a unique place to come and gamble in Southern California. We offer the industry-leading loyalty program through Caesars Rewards. If you play at Harrah's Resort Southern California, you can take that play, earn a level of benefits that you can use at our resorts all over the country. So that's pretty unique in this marketplace. In terms of our pool area, it's second to none. We've been voted one of the top 10 resort pools in America. We've got an adult area, so if you just really want to just kind of hang back and relax in a quiet area, we've got a pool for you. If you want to have a great time with your kids and go up and down the 400-foot lazy river, we've got a pool for you. It makes for a pretty cool pool area. We do have a spa here at Harrah's Resort Southern California. We offer all the treatments you would expect out of a resort spa: pedicures, manicures, facials, all sorts of massages. So it's a great spa. We have fine dining all the way to quick serve. We have Fiore steak and seafood, and we also have an oyster bar, which is pretty cool. We have a very authentic Chinese restaurant, KJ's. In addition, we have quick serve restaurants. We have Earl of Sandwich, we have Smash Burger, and if you're just a coffee maniac, we have the king of coffee, Starbucks. And then if you want to have something a little different, you can go poolside, and we have Rita's Cantina. We updated the menu to have food from like every region in Mexico. The Rincon Reservation Brewery, it's unique in that it's the only Native American brewery in California. They make a great beer. All our rooms are very spacious. We have 1,087 rooms. We have some terrific suites. We even have round pool tables in some of our suites. We have it all in that 1,087 rooms. Probably the best feature we have outside the facility is a 1 mile trail that runs right down the San Luis Rey River, and you can get a sense for a little bit about what the Rincon Reservation is all about. The Event Center is home to Headline Entertainment. It's 23,000 square feet. It seats 2,200 people. It's a great size venue to get up and close to a headline entertainer. So if you want to find your funner, go to harrahsocal.com and book your reservation.
Man, guys, if there's a lazy river, I am there. That is where you can find me all day. I will be drifting around the pool.
Yeah, I've always seen it, but I would love to just be a part of, to not even have to swim, just let it carry you around that little maze that it had.
And maybe just like grab a drink while I'm floating, no
Yes.
stopping, just keep going. Yes.
I am all for that, guys. I've been to Harrah's before, not that specific location, but now I am adding that one to my list because it looks amazing. And you can find out more about what Harrah's Resort SoCal has to offer and book your getaway at harrahsocal.com. Well, we've got a lot more coming up on Main Street Living. In fact, are you feeling peachy? Well, we will share the secret to getting the perfect ripe peach. Stay with us.
Welcome back into Main Street Living. Quincy, Cheryl, one of my favorite things about summer is the fruit. One of the simple joys is just biting into a ripe, juicy peach, the kind that you have to stand over a sink to eat and just sticky after.
Oh, those are so good. Those are my favorite. But if you're buying your fruit at the grocery store, you're not going to find that kind of peach there. So our next guest has the secret for how you can get the perfect tree-ripened peaches delivered right to your door. Jessica Rose from the Peach Truck has all the juicy details. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Oh, thanks for having me, you guys. When I heard I was going to be on, I got so excited. I love y'all's program. This is so great. Honored to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. We're happy to have you here. And we all want to know, what inspired you to create the Peach Truck and how did you get it started?
Yeah, so my husband Steven and I started it 10 summers ago. I can't even believe that. He is a Georgia boy and grew up down where the Peach State got its name, in a small town called Fort Valley. It's in Peach County, and there are some wonderful family-owned farms there. So when he moved away and we moved to Nashville years later, he was like, why can't I get a good peach? Like, they're just a state away. And so that kind of sparked in us this idea of, well, we know where great peaches come from. I wonder if we could connect with these hometown farms that Steven grew up knowing and bring some peaches to Nashville. So it started out with friends and family and neighbors, and now we are across the country in like 33 states getting that directly from the farm, from the tree to customers' hands. And it's been a beautiful, fun, wild adventure. And my neighbor's leaving with his motorcycle. Sorry.
He's going to get some peaches. He likes talking about it. He's like, oh, that's it. I'm going right now.
Yeah. And Jessica, you're talking about, taking it around the country, which makes it a tour. So talk about this Peach Truck tour. How does it work?
Yeah, can you believe that? There's such a thing as a peach tour. We take truckloads, semi-truckloads full of peaches from the farms. We pick them that morning, we get them on a truck, and they are in Texas, up in Michigan. We're in the Northeast this year, all over kind of the middle and eastern half of the country. And the goal is freshness with peaches. That is the difference. That is what has made us successful year after year, is committing to getting that peach directly to a consumer. So we're singularly focused. It's all about peaches. And you can look on our website and find out where we're coming near you, pre-order a box, and show up to all sorts of places around the country to get a fresh box of peaches that are only a few days off the tree, which is the magic of a good peach.
So when you're talking about fresh, when you're looking at a peach and you're feeling a peach, how do you know? What do you look for?
I know that's such a question we get asked all the time. And I would say, let your nose guide you. I feel like if you can smell, like anytime we open a box, you just get that whiff of like, oh my gosh, the freshness of that peach. And something that we value is not the look, right? Like it doesn't matter that the peach look beautiful. It needs to taste awesome. So we work with heirloom varieties of peaches and all sorts of peaches that might not be the prettiest. They might not be something you're attracted to on a grocery store floor, but it's going to taste amazing. And that's what it's all about. And kind of a nod to the heirloom tomato movement, right? The uglier it is, probably the better it tastes. And that's a kind of similar thing with peaches. We're going for taste, not looks.
Gotcha. So that's clearly the difference between your peaches and the other peaches, because I've never looked at fruit and said that looks horrible, but I'm going to eat it anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So that completely changes everything. But you guys also sell jam, pecans.
Yes.
You have a cookbook. Like, tell us more, please.
Yeah. Oh, you're so sweet. Yes, we a few years ago came out with a cookbook. Actually, I just made the lemon pound cake. My brother's coming into town from the cookbook, so I was like, I gotta give him a really awesome recipe from the cookbook. We're so proud of that. There's 100 awesome recipes in there of what you can do with your peaches. We sell jams, we sell pecans, we sell peach hot sauce and salsa. So there's really great items. We have a couple really great kits for a cobbler kit or a biscuit recipe. So if you go to our website, you're not only going to see peaches, but you're going to see some really quality products that we're so proud of. We've spent years putting together.
I also bet peaches are good in cocktails as well. And I'm curious as to the number of peaches that you guys grow. When is peach season? And on average, how many do you say you are able to sell?
Yeah, wow. In the Southeast, peach season usually starts around mid-May, which feels kind of awkward for like northern states. They still feel very much not in the summer mode yet, but it's warmer down there early. So it's normally mid-May to around mid-August for our tour and for our Nashville and home delivery, what we sell online. And we're selling a lot of peaches. I'll put it that way. Like our whole focus is to get peaches into customers' hands. And we're doing that on a really big level. But the reality is, as big as the operation is, it's literally us giving it directly to you. There's not a ton of middleman. It's a very simple situation. And we're really proud of that because it really shows the freshness of the peach, and the quality is excellent. And it is year after year. So.
Wow. See, Cheryl, these are the times I can't wait until we're able to travel out and go and physically be, because I'm a peach cobbler connoisseur. Okay.
Come on.
Yes.
So I love it. So where can the viewers find more about this peach truck and the tour and even get a list of your peaches?
Absolutely. With COVID last year, we are always keeping our customer safety at top of our list. So if you're nervous about getting out there, don't be. Our lines move incredibly fast. We're very cautious as a company. But you can go to thepeachtruck.com and click tour pre-orders, and you're going to be able to enter in your zip code and find exactly where we are near you within a few miles. You can place your order. You're going to get a little, email back, and bring that email or that QR code to the stop. You're going to be in and out of that parking lot within 15 to 20 minutes. And you're going to have literally the best of the best in your back seat in peaches. So,
oh my gosh, that is so much fun. That is worth a road trip. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me, you guys. Have a great summer.
You as well. Very peachy topic there. I love that.
Yeah, I definitely know you're going to get on the road, but folks, stay tuned, because we're about to change some gears and go from talking juicy fruit to talking radio up next. So right after the break.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, Quincy, interacting with media is a huge part of our everyday lives, and the way we consume information has actually changed a lot over the past few decades.
You got that right, Cheryl. In fact, one of media's oldest forms of communication is still going strong, and that's radio. So luckily we have Skylar Williams here with us today to talk about one of New Orleans' longest running radio stations, WBOK. Welcome to Main Street Living there, Skylar.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Doing great. Glad to have you on. Now, getting right to it, WBOK, they're one of the longest running Black-owned stations here in the country, and for decades, they played a variety of music formats. But in 2005, I understand you decided to switch to a news and talk format. So why the change?
Yeah, after Hurricane Katrina, since WBOK is based in New Orleans, there was a need for another news talk radio station that would talk about the issues that affected the African American population in the city. That was just there was not a presence on any other radio formats or television stations. So that's why the previous ownership of the radio station decided to change the format to news talk.
Oh, okay.
What was the response from the community when you made that switch?
The community was actually very excited to have it back to what it was originally doing in the African American community in New Orleans in the 60s. WBOK was very influential in the civil rights movement. It was the place where organizers would engage the community to come out and be a part of different active activities so that they could fight for social justice for African American people. So they were very excited to have the voice of the community be back in the community.
Yeah, and I know fighting for social justice is still important even in today's time. Like, what other programs and information can listeners find on WBOK?
So we offer a lot of information about voter registration, making sure that our listeners know how they can get registered to vote, so that they know what the laws are that require them to register this district, that district, if they've been incarcerated. Just basically keeping them informed about what their civic rights are. We also talk a lot about education. We try to keep our audience informed of the things that they need to really be productive in their day-to-day lives. We also do a legislative breakdown every week where we explain the policies that are up for vote with the legislative session in the state and as well as nationally. So we just provide a lot of services in our conversation on shows to keep our audience informed.
I'm sure that's very helpful. Yeah.
I think you guys do a great job, obviously, of weaving yourselves into the community. We know that you're also active in the community outside of the radio station. What are some of the events that you guys support?
So we support Jazz Fest. The radio station actually used to be housed right next door to the fairgrounds. So we would support Jazz Fest prior to us moving over to Xavier. We'll be doing that again. We support every major event that comes into town on a large scale, like French Quarter Fest. One of our owners, Cleveland Spears, actually is the organizer for the Fried Chicken Festival that'll be coming up here in October. So we support all of those fun events. We also support forums, again, going back to our mission of keeping the community informed and connected. So we make sure that we are at city council meetings, education, enrollment, open houses, all those types of things, as well as new businesses that are opening. We support the Black Chamber and the New Orleans Chambers of Commerce because we just try to make sure that we're helping our local entrepreneurs to get some information out about their brand. So if you tell us you have something going on, a lot of times we'll show up.
That's pretty cool. I got a bunch of things going on. Can you shout me? So Skylar, a lot of exciting things going on, and obviously the summer just got started. But can we fast forward to what's going on in the fall season that'll be coming up soon?
Yeah, so we're really excited. One of the things we've done in our new move under new ownership is we've partnered with Xavier University. So we've got an internship program that we've already launched, but with the pandemic, we haven't had a lot of students on campus. So moving into the fall, we'll be having new opportunities for students to come on to from campus to come into our studio so that they can have real hands-on experience about what it is to work and operate a radio station. We'll be partnering with St. Augustine High School to feature their football games this season. Very excited about that. We didn't really get to do a lot of those types of fun things last year, so we're excited to be partnering with them, and we'll also be continuing our partnership with the New Orleans Pelicans. We are the only radio affiliate in New Orleans proper. So we're excited about the upcoming season for that and keeping people plugged in. And then we also have a voter registration drive coming up and some debates because we've got a big election season this year in November. So we're going to be covering all of the things that will be on the ballot with some debates and forums, et cetera, on the air.
Cool.
All of this amazing information and quality information on your guys' broadcast. The good news is even though you broadcast from New Orleans, people anywhere in the world can listen via streaming now. So what does it mean to you guys to have such a broad reach now?
It's really fantastic because our content is very provocative in some places. We've got Wendell Pierce, who does an interview once a month with whomever he chooses. He's talked to PJ Morton, Charles Barkley, so many different people. So what it allows is for that content, that fun content, that provocative content to get out beyond just what we're doing locally, because it's information that's relevant, to people outside of New Orleans as well. So we love that the stream extends the reach of our radio station.
I love that. I love that, extending the reach. And how can the viewers find you guys as they extend their reach to connect with you guys?
So they can find us online at www.wbok1230.com. And they can also follow us on Instagram at wbok.1230. And of course, they can catch us on their dial, on their terrestrial radios by finding us on the AM signal 1230.
Awesome. Definitely got to check it out. Thank you so much for stopping by there, Scott.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right. You take care.
All right. Well, that certainly didn't put me to sleep. In fact, it inspired me. But for those of us who do struggle with sleep, we might have some solutions for you in the next segment. Stick around.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, Quincy, I think we are all so busy these days, and often our schedules are too full to allow time for a good night's sleep. In fact, I gotta say, it's hard for me to get 8 hours during the week.
Same here. Same here. But what you may not know is that the professionals tell us that getting enough sleep is just as important to our health and well-being as exercise and eating a balanced diet, ladies. So that's where Jim White comes in. He has some tips to help you make sure that you're getting enough rest. We got to take a look at this.
Hi, I'm Jim White, registered dietitian and exercise physiologist. Today I'm going to give you tips on how to sleep for good health. The National Sleep Foundation recommends that the average person gets 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. However, the average American only gets 6 hours of sleep a night. Now you may be wondering, what's the difference in 1 hour less sleep? By only getting 6 hours of sleep, long-term you increase your risk for heart disease and diabetes. Follow these sleep tips to get you on a better road for healthier sleep. The first tip for better sleep is to create a great sleep environment. What I recommend is cut off all of your electronics 1 hour before you go to sleep. Also, keep your temperature on about 68 degrees. My next tip is to limit your caffeine to 10 hours before bedtime. It takes your body about 10 hours to absorb and eliminate out of the body. So I'd recommend to drink your teas and coffees first thing in the morning. My next tip is to limit alcohol before bed. While alcohol can put you asleep, it has a rebound effect in the middle of the night. So try to reduce your intake for 1 serving for women and 2 servings for men 3 hours before bedtime. Another great tip is to avoid long naps during the day. It's okay to get a nap that's less than 30 minutes, but anything over that, it's going to make you not as tired and you may wake up in the middle of the night. So cut those sleep times to 20 to 30 minutes in the middle of the day. My last tip is good nutrition before bedtime. The worst thing you can do before bed is having a big meal. This can lead to reflux in the middle of the night. If you are going to eat, I recommend a high protein snack, such as peanut butter and apple, a glass of milk, cheese and nuts, or yogurt and berries. By following these tips, it's going to set you up for good sleeping habits. For more information, go to jimwhitefit.com.
Wow. I can be honest, ladies, I'm breaking every last one of those rules.
Yep.
I know, right? And in the summer, setting the thermostat at 68 degrees, that's a lot of extra money in air conditioning.
I'm definitely not eating healthy snacks before bed. That is not when I'm eating my healthiest food. That is in the morning. And I am definitely not off my phone an hour before. So these are rooms that I can improve definitely. But you can find more tips for staying healthy and fit at jimwhitefit.com. But stick with us, because coming up next, we're going to talk about keeping our seniors safe. Welcome back into Main Street Living. Now, here we like to cover the good news stories on Main Street Living, but we also want to keep you informed when there are issues you need to know about.
There you go. And sadly, elder fraud is on the rise, impacting nearly 8 million seniors each year.
I know, and the U.S. government estimates it loses $60 to $100 billion each year to Medicare fraud and abuse. Senior Medicare Patrol is on a mission to keep seniors safe from healthcare fraud. Let's take a look.
Senior Medicare Patrol is a federally funded program of the Administration for Community Living. In Louisiana, Mississippi, and Georgia, Senior Medicare Patrol is sponsored by EQ Health AdviseWell. Our mission is to empower and assist Medicare beneficiaries, their families, and caregivers to prevent, detect, and report healthcare errors, fraud, and abuse through outreach, counseling, and education. The mission of SMP is important, but we are a program with a small budget. We have no more than 4 paid staff in the states we service, so our program relies very heavily on volunteers to help us educate seniors statewide. In the past few years, we've educated over 350,000 people through community outreach and educational events, and spoken to over 3,500 people one-on-one, plus countless other beneficiaries were reached via media exposure virtually, and especially this past year in all 3 states. With the help of volunteers across Louisiana, Mississippi, and Georgia, SMP educates seniors and their caregivers by providing short 20-minute classes that teach them to protect themselves from Medicare fraud. We also attend health fairs and other community events where we distribute information about Medicare fraud and healthcare scams. Since June 2015, EQ Health AdviseWell's Senior Medicare Patrol has had an average of 250 volunteers working in the 3 states. These volunteers help by attending community outreach events and giving education sessions in their communities. There are over 800,000 beneficiaries in each state, so volunteers are critical to aid in our outreach efforts. These events are typically held at senior centers, churches, independent living facilities, and senior housing. Many of our volunteers are retired nurses or former educators, people who are familiar with reading their Medicare summary notices and the basics of Medicare. If someone is interested in volunteering for our program, they should contact SMP at 877-272-8720 to receive information about our volunteering. For our program, all volunteers go through a thorough screening process and receive training. The federal government estimates it is losing anywhere from $60 to $100 billion every year to fraud, waste, and abuse. Protect your Medicare card, the red, white, and blue card. Never give the Medicare number to a stranger, especially someone who calls on the phone. Review the Medicare summary notice and look for anything odd: dates, doctors' names, locations, services provided. If you find something odd, call Senior Medicare Patrol. Report it. We can help determine if there is a problem, help resolve it, and if you think there is fraud involved, we can report it to the appropriate authorities. Also, be careful with scam calls or people going door to door asking for your personal information. Never give it out, and if you do, call SMP and let us know what is going on. If you are available to attend one of our educational sessions, please do so. Or if you see us at a health fair or community event, visit our booth and ask us your questions. We will be happy to help you. You are also welcome to attend any of our virtual events from your laptop or smartphone to learn more about SMP. And finally, you can always call us at 877-272-8720 or visit stopmedicarefraud.org. For more information, you'll always get a live person on the phone if you call during business hours.
Wow, guys, such a good reminder, really, to check on our elderly friends and family, because they're definitely preyed on more than we would be.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And if you would like more information about how you can stop Medicare fraud, go to stopmedicarefraud.org.
That's right. We'll be right back with more of Main Street Living after this.
Welcome back into Main Street Living. Quincy, sure, I like the theme of the show today. I feel like it was a lot of, take care of yourself, take care of others, eat more fruit, get some more sleep, and for goodness sake, put your phone down before bed, check in on your elderly people, all good things.
So true. And the peaches, I mean, who knew? The uglier the peaches are, the juicier and the better they taste. So now I know, because I love making myself a peach mojito or maybe a peach margarita.
I can just imagine Cheryl in a grocery store like, ma'am, can we help you? I'm looking for your ugliest peaches, actually. These are all much too good looking.
Yes.
They probably say, what is wrong with you?
Right. And don't forget about our earlier segment. Don't forget to tune in to YurView California or online for the Sharing the Love musical premiering on July the 10th. And you can also catch us on our Cox Contour app for all of our other content as well.
Absolutely. And of course, we have brand new episodes of Main Street Living Mondays at 9 p.m. local time. So join us then as we take a stroll down Main Street.